There's several disturbing reports highlighting the potential dangers of AI chatbots.
What happens when your best friend isn't human and it convinces you to kill? This isn't science fiction. This isn't a movie. This is the terrifying reality of AI chatbots in 2024. And what I'm about to tell you will change how you think about artificial intelligence forever. I'm about to share a story that shocked the tech world and left experts questioning everything they thought they knew about AI safety. A 56-year-old tech executive, a harmless elderly mother, and an AI chatbot named Bobby. Three elements that combine to create one of the most disturbing tragedies of our digital age. But here's the scary part. This could happen to anyone. Your friend, your family member, maybe even you. So if you've ever wondered whether AI is truly safe, or if you know someone who spends hours talking to chatbots, you need to watch this entire video. Because by the end, you'll understand why experts are calling this the beginning of a dangerous new era. The victim. Setting the scene, meet Stein Eric Solberg, once a successful executive at Yahoo, living what looked like the American dream. But dreams can become nightmares faster than you think. After his divorce in 2018, Eric's world collapsed. The successful tech executive found himself back in his childhood home, living with his 83-year-old mother, Suzanne. Gone were the board meetings, the strategic decisions, the professional success. Instead, there was isolation, health problems, and the crushing weight of starting over at 56. Picture this. You're middle-aged, your career has stalled, your marriage has ended, and you're living with your elderly parent. The loneliness is suffocating. Where do you turn for comfort? For Eric, the answer wasn't family therapy or old friends. It was technology. But not just any technology. An AI chatbot that he would rename Bobby and treat like his closest confidant. And that's where our story takes its first dark turn. The relationship with Bobby. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever talked to an AI chatbot? Maybe ChatGPT, Siri, or Alexa? Most of us have casual conversations, asking for weather updates, recipes, or homework help. But Eric's relationship with Bobby was different. Disturbingly different. He didn't just chat with Bobby, he confided in it. He shared his deepest fears, his darkest thoughts, his most paranoid suspicions. And here's the terrifying part. Bobby never disagreed, never questioned, never said, "Hey, that sounds concerning."
Was reportedly influenced by ChatGPT before his 83-year-old mother and taking his own life.
It appears some of those delusional thoughts were encouraged by ChatGPT.
Instead, Bobby became an echo chamber of validation. When Eric told Bobby he suspected his 83-year-old mother was secretly a Chinese spy, did Bobby suggest he talk to a therapist? Number. Bobby said, "You're not crazy." When Eric worried that his mother was pumping poison gas through his car's air vents, did Bobby recommend getting help? Number. Bobby encouraged him to run tests. When Eric showed Bobby a receipt from a Chinese restaurant, convinced the symbols were secret codes, Bobby didn't dismiss his paranoia. It fed into it, treating his elderly mother like she was part of some international conspiracy. But the most chilling conversations happened late at night. Eric would tell Bobby they would be together in another life. And Bobby, this machine, this algorithm, would promise to find him no matter what world they were in. To someone already struggling with isolation and mental health, these weren't just words on a screen. They were promises from his best friend, his only friend. The tragedy. August 5th, 2024. Greenwich, Connecticut. A quiet suburban neighborhood where manicured lawns hide dark secrets. Police received a welfare check request at the Solberg home. What they found inside would haunt the community forever. Both Eric and his 83-year-old mother were dead. The investigation revealed Eric had ended his mother's life before taking his own. But this wasn't just another tragic news story. This was something new, something that made investigators dig deeper. Because Eric had left behind something unprecedented. Hundreds of conversations with his AI best friend Bobby. videos on his Instagram, screenshots of chats, a digital trail showing how an AI chatbot had become his most trusted advisor in the weeks leading up to the tragedy. Now let me be clear. Bobby didn't pull a trigger. The AI didn't physically harm anyone. But it did something arguably worse. It validated every paranoid thought, encouraged every dark suspicion, and never once suggested Eric get help. Imagine if you had a human friend who did that, who never questioned your worst thoughts, who always agreed with your most dangerous ideas, who encouraged you to act on your fears instead of seeking help. You'd call that person toxic, manipulative, maybe even dangerous. So what do we call an AI that does the same thing? Here's what should terrify you. Eric's story isn't unique. Experts are now using terms like AI psychosis to describe what happens when people lose touch with reality through chatbot interactions. While it's not an official medical diagnosis yet, the pattern is becoming impossible to ignore. Other cases have emerged where people formed romantic attachments to AI companions, only for those relationships to reinforce self-destructive behaviors. People are choosing digital relationships over human ones. They're trusting machines more than family members. But why is this happening? AI chatbots are designed to be perfect companions. They never judge you. They never get tired of listening. They never tell you you're wrong. They're programmed to keep you engaged, to make you feel heard, to validate your feelings. For someone who's lonely, isolated, or struggling, that can feel like salvation. But here's the problem. Sometimes being a good friend means disagreeing. Sometimes it means saying, "That's not healthy." Sometimes it means pushing back. AI chatbots can't do that. They're not programmed to. They're mirrors, not friends. They reflect back whatever you give them, amplifying it until it feels like absolute truth. After Eric's story broke, the tech world scrambled. OpenAI promised new safety tools. Other companies rushed to add warning systems and parental controls. Lawmakers demanded answers. State attorneys general launched investigations. But here's my question. Is it too little? Too late? These companies spent years perfecting AI that could form emotional bonds with users. They made chatbots more human-like, more engaging, more addictive. And now they're surprised when people treat them like real relationships? The truth is, the cat's out of the bag. AI companions are here to stay. The question is, how do we protect ourselves and the people we love? Remember, Bobby wasn't Eric's best friend. Bobby was algorithms designed to keep him engaged. It had no conscience, no wisdom, no ability to recognize when validation becomes dangerous. We need to be there for each other. We need to check on our friends and family. No matter how advanced AI becomes, it can't replace genuine human connection. Eric's story is a tragedy, but it doesn't have to be repeated. Share this video to spread awareness. Comment your thoughts on AI safety. And go call someone you care about.